Hi, this is Bami Ojo from 9 to 5 Gamer, and this is our roundtable. I have with me veteran 9 to 5er Elliot Mest and a newcomer, Jerry Lewis Saint. If you guys could please introduce yourselves, that'd be excellent.
Hi, I'm Elliot Mest. I go by the Landslide, and I've been on this call before.
And Jerry?
Hello everyone, I'm the new guy. They call me Jerry, or they call me Twindarkness on the internet, Xbox Live, Twitter, YouTube, you know the deal.
You're on YouTube, Jerry?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube.
Oh, you're on YouTube, man? I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm there.
He's
I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost on YouTube.
Ghost on YouTube. All right, guys. So the past couple of weeks have been a phenomenal experience if you're a gamer, and the current hot topic right now is, of course, the Xbox One premier AAA game, TitanFall. Ah, yes. Okay, so TitanFall has been like all the talk and all the rage recently, and the three of us in this call we've been in the beta and we all purchased the game. So I don't know, who wants to go first about their experience with TitanFall? Like, what are your thoughts about it? Like, how do you feel about it? And what kind of improvements can you see coming in the future that you would like to see come forward in the future? Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry, you go first.
So, been playing, as Bomb stated, been playing the beta and also been playing the retail game. So far, Titanfall is smooth sailing. It's been living up to the hype for me, at least. It's one of those games that, it's one of those games that rewards you for everything you do. Like the guys who mentioned, it's one of those games, even if you're losing, you're having a good time. Mm-hmm. And that's very rare in some games, especially in FPS games where, like Call of Duty, very fast-paced action. And a lot of newcomers, they get overwhelmed and then they get destroyed, like first timers, and then they're scared to ever play FPSs again. But I think Titanfall will renew a lot of faith in people who's dislike of FPSs. But yeah, that's about it for me.
Yeah, like in Call of Duty, I'm not that good at Call of Duty, but I do play it a lot. And what frustrates me is, getting shot in the back, feeling like I shot first and still dying. A lot of noob complaints, but in this game, whenever I die, I feel like I didn't position right, I didn't move right, I didn't have better aim, I didn't have, there's a lot, it's hard to make excuses, especially when you're in a Titan and lose. I mean, there are some situations where it's 3-on-1 and it's just, there's no chance, but at the same time, if you have your core, like your damage core, your dash core, your shield core, you can come back from some crazy unbalanced situations. And I just think the game is a lot of fun. It's super fast. It's very fluid. The maps are gigantic. They're like all honeycombed and full of little paths and stuff. And not only that, when you get into Titan, the layout of the map switches to like hallways instead of caves. It's really neat. I think it's refreshing and fun. If I have one complaint, it's that since it's sci-fi, which is awesome, when you get like a sci-fi game, you don't have to be completely realistic, and you can play around with the guns a little bit and stuff like that. And I feel like they didn't take advantage of that. I feel like that a lot of they did with the Titans, but with humans, when you're a pilot, all the guns are pretty much like just SMGs and assault rifles and stuff. And I feel like they could have had some interesting things, and they're not there. That kind of disappointed me. But really, besides that, the game is really cool, and it's packed with content and customization and things like that. Every 20 minutes you're doing something new. And I played on all the levels, and I just find new things every day. It's really, really fun. You guys have played more than me, and I'm sure that you keep finding stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that actually, what you just said about how they didn't take advantage of making the weapons a little bit more sci-fi or fantastical, that's the term I would use. I just realized that's actually true. Like, the weapons are actually pretty tame when you're a pilot. Like, of course, as a Titan, they get a little bit more sci-fi-ish, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, you're pretty much running around with the standard gear. My experience, you guys both know me. I don't like FPSs. I mean, I played Halo 4, Halo Reach heavily when they came out, and that was when I started getting into FPSs. And with Call of Duty, I did okay, but not too well. But this game, I don't know what it is, but it just clicks with me. I guess it's because it gives me more of more options to position myself, my movement patterns, what I can do, if I can set up traps. And again, like you mentioned before, Elliot, like when you get shot, it's not like, oh man, he shot me too fast, but I shot him and whatever. And how can we like register? I honestly feel like whenever I got shot, I don't rage at the game. Like I just didn't position myself better, or I didn't like plan it out thoroughly. And that's what I love about Titanfall. There's just a lot going on, but it's controlled chaos, and the controlled chaos just makes it a lot of fun. I don't know. So the fact that you're like in the middle of a fight and you're like gunning some guy in the hall, having a firefight with a guy in the hallway, and outside there are titans clashing, and it gives it like a whole cinematic feel that you're part of, and I absolutely love it, and I think it deserves every bit of hype or accolade that it gets, because the FPS genre, people complain, oh man, COD, oh man, Halo, oh man, Battlefield, something new comes along is trying to take a twist on the whole genre. I think they should be pushed to the forefront. Jerry.
Tell you what, hold on. I'm not used to seeing you at the top of the leaderboards. Why are you there all the time?
Oh, wow. This is very true, though, listeners. I am horrendous. Okay, I wouldn't say I'm horrendous at FPS.
No, you're not bad. No. All right, first of all, I play Halo with Bam all the time, and Bam is an amazing teammate. You know, like, you tell him where to be, and he is there, and he picks up kills, and he gets weapons, and he does a great job, and he is like a really good teammate. He just lacks like really intimate map knowledge and like strategies and stuff. In this game, he is the top, and Jerry is too at the top of the leaderboards. Like every game, it blows my mind. I don't know how.
I've never seen it. I've never seen such a thing either. But Jerry, you were about to say?
Yeah, so I just want to piggyback on what both you guys said. You were talking about, well, a lot of cards play like call, host advantage. This is probably one of the new things that Microsoft is doing with this generation. Everybody knows about the toted cloud, and it's actually, they're just using they're just putting Xbox Live on the enterprise servers, which is Windows Azure, or that's what it's called. And yeah, there's a lot of skeptics out there. A lot of people, they're just saying Microsoft is using buzzwords out there, and then it's just dedicated servers. It's just a fancy way to say dedicated servers. But I think Respawn is pulling it off so far. Like I've had consistent pings with every matches. There have been a couple of crazy lags and crazy disconnects, but I think I think you're going to run into that in any kind of game. There's no way to be perfect or absolutely 100% without no issues on the launch. We're still within a week within launch. So,
Jerry, what kind of internet do you have?
Me, I'm using Verizon Fios.
Yeah, how about you, Bam?
I am using Optimum or Cablevision or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I have Fios too, and mainly on FPS, I don't see a lot of lag on the AAA FPSs in general, but in Titanfall, I haven't seen any. Like, there's been no teleporting, no rubber banding for me. The one thing, though, is that it does take a long time to get in a match sometimes. And it's not because of lag, it's because of the way the matchmaking is set up, is that it just, to get people together, I don't know why, but you sit in the lobby for a long time every once in a while.
I gotta step up my game in terms of internet, because I'm on like the regular internet or whatever, and I sometimes get some rubber banding, and it sucks because I just fixed up my Twitch situation, and this is another thing, guys. I absolutely love that they debuted the Twitch with the Titanfall, because like everyone's getting their videos up right now, everyone's editing and adding their own little montages. I mean, Jerry just sent me one like 2 hours ago of a montage he's putting together, which I suggested that he put some dubstep over it to make it more like, yeah, just to throw it in there. But like I'm having some issues. My internet might not be up to par, and plus not only that, I realized that I need to fucking attach my router directly to my Xbox One if I'm gonna have any kind of smooth broadcasting. But that's on me, and that's what most people gotta realize. Like people are looking for an issue to nail onto Respawn and Titanfall, but I honestly feel that they've done a great job with this game, especially Titanfall. Go ahead, Elliot.
If Elliot doesn't want to jump in, I just want to say a quick thing. Since a lot of people know Electronic Arts, they know big name, big company, big scary name, the name that messed up the Sims launch, messed up Battlefield's online stuff. So I know a lot of people were, unsure about how Titanfall would come out. And the thing that I like, that I respect a lot about Respawn, people don't know this, but these are people that left Infinity Ward. And technically, they're a startup company, and then they're launching a AAA game like this. So that's really impressive for me. And that how the launch has come out for this 1 week, and it's just very impressive for me.
I gotta agree.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Jerry, maybe you know this, or know the explanation behind this, but sometimes Bam and I can't even play together on live. Like, sometimes we just can't join each other's game. Is there a reason for that? Not in Titanfall, but in Halo and other games.
Yeah, that was an issue back in the day.
Big time.
Back in the day, only thing I could think of is net settings on the router. That's the only thing I could think of.
Oh, okay. I was because we play with that, and for some reason it would be fixed and then it would just go back. It was really weird.
Yeah, I've had issues like that in other games. I think it's mostly on my end. I had to open up my NAT, and that was like a whole hour's worth of work. But yes, that's another thing, guys. Like, thank you, Jay, for pointing out. Like, Respawn is a new company, and they just released a hit game. And I mean, you guys are both familiar with my old group, Nine Gamer. I talked about it, and I love to talk about games that I believe are fun and games that will be great for other people to play with, or my friends to play with. And again, we gotta make another episode out of this. But gamer cynicism is a real bitch. It's a real kick in the ass sometimes, because you try and tell your friends, "Yo, this game is awesome. Pick it up." And they just want to hear it because either EA is backing it, or it looks like Call of Duty, or it's Call of Duty or robots.
Well, it's like, it's EA, but at the same time, we talk about how this is a new company, but at the same time, this group of people have a great track record for games, like, so far. You know what I mean? This is, I don't know what number game, but every single one they've made has been great. So...
yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, it was just an eye-rolling situation. But we're all past that. Titanfall is an assured hit. If you guys want to believe it's manufactured hype or not, that's on you. But the people who are in it right now, who are playing it, are generally enjoying it. And I'd like to move on to the next topic. Okay, so alongside Titanfall launched the much-awaited Dark Souls 2. Now, Elliot's going to go into his experience of Dark Souls 2, but you played through Dark Souls 1, right?
Yeah,
On Xbox.
I've beaten Dark Souls many times. I love that game.
All right, so, okay, what did you like about Dark Souls 2? Like, what has grabbed you about it? Because I know you've been on that a little bit more than you've been on...
Yeah, it's really hard for me to... Well, the greatest... It's like insulting. They put out Dark Souls 2 and Titanfall on the same day, and I have to pick. I love Dark Souls. Probably my favorite game from, like, the last gen, and then Titanfall, I played the beta, and I was, like, addicted. I felt like a crackhead waiting for it to come out. So, you know, I was really having a hard time picking, and I still don't know which one to play whenever I have free time. Dark Souls 2 is awesome. I love it. It's gigantic. It's terrifying. Every single area is scary. It's stressful, and the beginning of the game is a lot easier than the beginning of Dark Souls, the first one. And it eases you into the pain, but it gets painful very quickly, and it's very fun though. They never run out of tricks.